While on the run, sweat it out, yeah, have some fun. Heartbeats pumping, mind is clear. Laughing loud, breaking through the fear. Check your pulse, take a beat. Side by side and in the heat. One heart, one mind, walking with him. Stay on track, pulse check in.
Pulse check-in. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Pulse Check-in.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right, Sam. I'm just a little bit... Actually, you'll know all about it. I've got a little bit of guitar in my system.
Oh, okay.
You play a lot of guitar, don't you?
I do play a lot of guitar, yeah. I didn't know where you were going then.
But yes, no, I've got a little bit of a cold. So if this was a health check-in, I would say I was... What did Carl say? He was middling.
Middling, yeah.
So in terms of my health, I would say I'm just under middling. So probably about knees. I'm about knee height.
Your knees in?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's
It's okay. It's a physical thing. Everything else, I'm all right. What about you, Samuel?
not too bad again. I felt good, yeah. Went to the dentist yesterday, so I got a bit of a sore mouth, only because I had to have an x-ray and they put that thing in your mouth and it was sticking in on my gums. But
Why
other
do
than
they
that,
do that and then ask you a question?
Yeah, that is a great question.
What is that about?
Yeah.
Why do they fill your mouth with scaffolding?
You say, is that all right? And then because you don't answer no, they're like, of course it's all right, even when it's not. Yeah.
And you can't even shake your head, really, when you've got all that gubbins.
Yeah, quite right.
Yeah.
Don't know, but other than that, all good.
You're all right. I did like your rather English way of saying not too bad.
Yeah, it was very like that, wasn't it?
That's a bit like saying, you know, if someone offers you a cup of tea, and rather than saying yes, you might say, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, but if there's one going,
Yeah, why do we do that?
don't know.
We just say, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks, that would be lovely.
Yeah,
Or I wouldn't say no.
Well, I don't want to put you out, but
Do you have any people in your life, Sam, that don't drink adult drinks like tea and coffee?
yes, my wife.
Of
Yes.
course. Oh, well, that's tricky, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, no, because you lived with... So you live with it, okay.
I mean, it's quite good, really, because I never have to make a hot drink for anybody else other than myself when we're at home.
Yeah.
But it's weird when friends come over and I offer hot drinks and then just completely ignore her because I know she doesn't want one.
Oh.
But yeah.
It panics me a little bit when people arrive and I go, do you want a tea? Oh, no, I don't drink tea or coffee. I'm like, well, what? I'm like, and they say, oh, I'll have tap water. In fact, I think the last person that happened to was with your wife
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of weeks ago. I'm just realising it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel the need to, you know.
And quite often she'll walk in with a bottle of water anyway. So you're like, I can't offer you water either because you've already got it. So,
It worries me.
yeah. Anyway.
We will get to the episode.
Yeah.
There is a link. Actually, there is a link because we're talking about our age.
What's my age again?
What's my age again?
I can never remember. And I'm not that old. Well, I'm a bit old.
Do you have to count back in your head?
I think I just say I might be this old.
Well, you go for a either or kind of thing.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
this, could be that.
Yeah, I'm around this age.
You know, like when people are babies, when they're babies, people will say, how old's your child? Oh, 8 months.
Mm.
But imagine if we continued to do that.
Yeah. Yep. I would
Wow,
have lost
that
count
makes-
a lot of times. Yeah.
That makes my brain. Anyway, we're talking about age, which is what's my age again? We'll talk a little bit about what that is, not what your age is, but what the title is. But we did give some clues, didn't we? Some really helpful clues last episode
Yeah.
with 3 beats ahead. From what I can recall, Carlos, our good friend Carlos, who we spoke to, he didn't come close, did he?
Well, no. I think
No.
with all of this, I think it's nearly impossible to get it right, to be quite honest. He had some vague ideas.
I seem to remember him saying something about squeaking.
Yeah. Did he say
But
something
that
about his
was-
knees?
Something about that's it. Yes. Yeah. But we did have somebody. I don't know whether to name them because I might be about to slightly mock them. Well, just
give them a name.
let's give them a name. Let's call them Bob
Let's call them Bob, because that's the
Bob.
name. Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
We'll call them Bob. Yeah, we'll keep them anonymous for their own safety.
Mm-hmm.
So Bob very confidently actually said it's got to be love.
Yeah.
Now, let's just remind ourselves what the 3 beats were.
Yes, I don't know where he's got that from.
Perhaps we could replay the clues
Yep.
to remind our
yeah.
listeners. Yeah.
Creaking. Candles.
Yes.
And Colin.
Yes.
And
yes.
Can I see your ID?
Can I see your ID? So, listeners, with that information, we had creaking because of our creaking bones when we get old.
Yeah.
We had candles and Colin.
Colin the Caterpillar and birthday candles. Yes.
Birthday candles.
Yes.
A little aside to Colin the Caterpillar. I have found out this week, if people are listening who've got gluten-free issues, if they've got to avoid the glute, apparently the gluten-free Colin the Caterpillar is very, very nice.
Oh, that's
you don't feel cheated. I found that out this week.
Wow.
It's so good. So anyway, so that's our public service bit done. And then we had, what was the third one again?
Can I see your ID?
Can I see your ID? So it's all about age.
Got your age on it, yeah.
Yes. Sam, have you ever tried to get into a club and been refused? No?
Never tried.
Never tried. Anyway, so back to mocking Bob. Knowing those 3 clues and obviously knowing the answer, I'm not hearing love there.
I'd love him to write in again and explain why.
Yeah.
Did he explain why in his... He said obviously.
No, he said obviously.
I'm not sure
now,
it is.
Maybe, I don't know, it just sounds...
If anybody can see where he's coming from, please do let us know because we're baffled.
Yeah,
yep.
We are baffled. Or maybe we've uncovered the fact that he didn't listen to the 3 beats ahead.
Maybe he just had love on the mind.
Oh, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway. So, back to today's little chat. Mm-hmm. So, Sam, you've said you've never been turned away from a club.
No.
Have you ever been age checked, though, since becoming 18 and a little bit older than that?
Not recently, no. My beard's got a bit longer. But
and mine.
Occasionally, when I'm with my lovely wife, sometimes she gets age checked.
Does she?
Yeah.
Is it impolite to ask what her age is in months? No, in years.
She is. She's younger than me, but not much younger than me.
And you are how old, Sam?
I am 33.
Again, are you?
I don't want to get that wrong. I think I'm 33.
Are you sure?
No. What year was I born? I'm going to be 33.
You're going to be, but maybe we get our listeners to let us know how old you are.
And it's my birthday in this month. Yes.
Oh, happy birthday, Sam!
Thank you. Thank you.
Will you be having a Colin the Caterpillar cake?
I hope so. I do love a Colin. Yes.
And do you gluten-free? Now you know.
I mean, I might try it. Yeah, I don't need to, but we'll see who comes to my birthday party. If I'm having one, I might not have one.
You should have a birthday party. Okay, so where were we going? Oh, yeah, so age. I've had a few quite ridiculous ones of being checked for my ID.
Oh, yes, do tell.
So a long time, this'll age me. So this is a long time ago. This is when I did my GCSEs, which was before 1992. Definitely before 1992. And I went to Woolworths to buy my little, stationery that you could take into the exam room. And for some reason, I decided that I would take into an exam room a Pritt stick. So I had to buy a Pritt stick. What GCSE I was doing. I don't know, GCSE collaging or something. But I was buying a Pritt stick at Woolworths. Let's just have a moment for Woolworths.
Oh, yes.
And she refused to sell it to me.
No.
And I asked her why, and she said, because you could leave here and go out and sniff it. Now, I wasn't the brightest spark in the, whatever it is the saying is, but I was able to suggest to her that's going to be very difficult because it's non-toxic.
It isn't Pritt stick, it says on the packet, about that, doesn't
It
it?
says
Yeah.
it. But she refused to sell me a Pritt stick.
I don't think I've ever bought a Pritt stick.
Maybe that's your task. Go and buy one.
Go and buy a Pritt stick.
See how far you get without
Okay.
your ID. I'm
All
going to
right.
suggest you're not going to get very far. It'd be quite difficult to sniff a Pritt stick as well. It'd be like, you get your Vicks inhalers.
Mm.
Imagine trying to sniff a Pritt stick. I mean,
Put that up your nostril.
oh.
I might be all right. I've got big ones, but
You've got big nostrils.
yeah.
Right. So, yes. But what we're talking about today in particular is not necessarily about what your age and how it makes you look or how many birthdays you have. We're talking more about age on the inside. And I've been listening to a podcast called What's My Age Again? Now, I'm going to reference that podcast quite a lot, but I do think we need to maybe, if you're going to listen to it, just be aware it's very honest in the way that they communicate, and just be aware that there could be language in there that you might find a little bit close to the edge. But the content is amazing. So just be careful if you're going to go and listen. It's adult themed. But what I've learned through it, it's really informative. So let me just explain the concept. You have the comedian Catherine Ryan. She will interview guests, and she asks them about their lifestyle, maybe a bit about their history, life history, that kind of thing. Before the interview happens, that person takes a blood test, and the blood test focuses on inflammatory markers, particularly hones in on that. And so at the start of the interview, the guest will tell Catherine Ryan what their age is, and then they chat about all things to do with life. And then they reveal the blood test, which gives their biological age. And this can sometimes be up to 20 years older than they are, or 20 years younger than they are. And so the reason she started this podcast is she was in her early 40s and she took the test, but her biological age came out at 67.
Wow.
Which is quite a jump. I think that was quite alarming. So she started to explore this thing of what things in life can start to impact your biological age. And actually, the offshoot of it is it can be reversed, it can be changed. So the aim is, I think, at the end of the next series is for her to retake the test and see if her biological age is lower.
Nice. I was also point out we did look into doing this ourselves, but
We did.
Sadly the pulse checking budget is not on the same level as their podcast, so quickly discounted the idea of that.
We did. I mean, our only hope is that the people who do such a test are listening and they could perhaps sponsor us to do it.
Oh yes,
So if anyone's out there who's got access to the lab, let us know.
Plexus at salvationarmy.org.uk.
That would be amazing. So each podcast is really, really interesting. But one of the things that really, really struck me across the whole season, she's had people who are in their 80s. She's had people in their 20s, a real wide age range. And consistently, those people who have a younger biological age than they actually are, when they talk about what impacts their biological age in a good way, consistently, having a faith, praying, and being part of a community all have a positive impact on a person's biological age.
Wow.
And
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah,
but I didn't think it would be that impactful. But now I think about it, it makes sense to me.
In what way? Now I've said that.
I think just through personal experiences, maybe. Just the way I feel after praying, how praying and having a faith affects my life and affects my well-being and mental health, and how I feel after talking to people in community, how I feel about talking about faith in communities, how I feel after going to church.
Yeah. And it's not. So some of the people they have some kind of faith, but it's not necessarily a Christian faith. But still, that there is scientific evidence proving that those things in your life can reduce your biological age,
Yeah,
which
and
I
that's
think's amazing.
and that thing about community. That's me saying that as an introvert as well. Like
Yes.
I'm not just an extroverted person that likes to see people. Like
Yeah.
the opposite. So yeah,
But I think, like, as Christians, I don't know if you agree with this, Sam, but I kind of feel like we've been created to be in community.
yeah, definitely.
That, I mean, don't want to go too deep, but even if you think about, the Trinity, that in some ways is community, isn't it? It's not just one; it's all three elements.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Jesus, when he did things in community, he discipleship. That was all about being in community, wasn't it? And a lot of the stories and the miracles, it was to do with others. So I think when you have a Christian faith, there is that natural pull to want to be in community.
Yeah, we were talking this morning in our Bible study at Plexus, which everybody's welcome to join. Just email us and we'll send you some links. Thursday morning, 10 o'clock. But we were talking about peace and the peace of the Lord and shalom, and there was another Greek word.
You say it confidently and I'll believe it.
I can't even. It began with an I, I think. But we traced it back to like the original meaning, and a lot of it is to do with when you have peace between two people who were at war. It is then not just there is peace between them and they tolerate each other, but they're working together and they're helping each other, and that sort of community.
Yeah, and I actually, as you said that, I don't mean this to sound like it's all about me, but as you spoke then, one of the things I've grappled with when I had to move from Staffordshire down here, and when I arrived here, I didn't feel like any sense of belonging or how I connected. But when did I move down here? About 8 years ago now. But I would say in the last 6 months, I have experienced, it's been quite transforming in terms of I feel part of the community, a sense of belonging, and the impact that has had on my mental health has been off the scale. Even in relation to loads of therapy that I've had, all the other therapy has been necessary, but the power and impact of feeling part of a community and connected to others, it's like medication. It's like really lifted me. It's given me hope as well. It's taken a long time, but yeah. Sorry.
No,
went off one then. But
it's fine.
When you talking then.
I was going to say, whilst we're on community, do we want to talk about some of the people who have written into the podcast?
Yes, definitely.
We had a few writings to encourage Carlos from the last episode, which we love to see. And here it says, "Thank you, Carlos, for sharing all these thoughts. It was great to learn more about you. Your work over the years with all those young people is sure to have had an impact on them. You are no doubt an inspiration to many. Keep on keeping on and finding ways to serve and share your faith and passions."
Yeah, and actually with Carlos, I'm not just saying he's one of those people who doesn't look his age, but also he kind of highlighted quite a lot to do with age not being a barrier, because
definitely.
he communicates and serves and shares his faith across all ages. He has a passion for people, and he's not, age doesn't get in the way.
Yes.
So yeah, he's a good kind of example of that, actually. I hope you heard, Carlos, that I just said you didn't look your age. Anyway, I also got this from somebody who said, "I enjoyed your podcast with Carlos. Really fab to get to know him. Great combo of wisdom, humour, and the passion he has." Now, and then she poses a question. Did he ever say what his job title is or what he actually does? And I think after all that, we still don't know.
No. When I was editing, I think I realised we didn't actually get to the bottom. We had a chat about it, but we didn't know.
We know what he doesn't do.
Yes.
We know he's not allowed to operate the whole giant hole punch.
Yes.
But what he does do, we're still not sure.
No.
So back to talk about like the power of community and belonging. Have you heard of an actress called Sheila Hancock? She's 82, I think. She's a well-known actress. I think she might even be a dame, but she did the What's My Age Again podcast, and she came out 20 years younger than she actually is. But she shared about being a member of the Quakers, You know what the Quakers is? I don't think I could be a Quaker.
Is it the Quakers who have a meeting room and meet and there's no plan? They just all
You just listen.
start sharing? Or is it?
Yeah, they listen, and they but really only speak and share when they feel they've heard from God, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is funny because as a kid, or even as an adult, I would often think of the Quakers as being a bit like timid, but not if you see the things that they've got involved in, the things they've campaigned for. Actually, they're the loudest, quietest people ever. Yeah, they're quite. Anyway, so she's been a Quaker, and the scientist who comes on at the end and gave her age, and she said that it is this link between faith and being part of a community that has a huge impact. And they started talking about loneliness because Sheila Hancock's at the age where she says she deliberately and proactively makes time to be with people of different ages because she doesn't want to be isolated or to be lonely. And she was saying about how much enjoyment she gets from being with people of a different age. And they highlighted the fact that loneliness is a big killer in the UK. It's a massive problem, loneliness. And they aligned it to, there's some research that's taken place that says that loneliness has the equivalent detrimental impact on your health as smoking 40 cigarettes a day.
Wow, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so
that's really sad as well because people don't choose to be lonely either. It's just
no. So it's like that's a real challenge, isn't it? I think that's a challenge to us where we live and in our churches, that we need to be providing like help for that.
It highlights the impact that you could have on somebody.
Yeah, that really struck me. And Simon, can you ever think of a time in your life where you've felt lonely? What did you do? How did you not feel lonely?
Well, what comes to my mind is when I was at school, and I can't remember what happened, but I felt like I didn't really have any friends because something had happened and people didn't like me anymore. I don't know, it might have been in my head. And yeah, just remember feeling or taking myself away and just being lonely. And it wasn't until somebody reached out and said, "Oh no, what are you doing? Why are you by yourself?"
And as I've asked you that, can you remember what that feeling is like of being lonely?
Yeah. I think can almost like take yourself back to those feelings. It's like very uncomfortable, very
It is, isn't it?
I don't want to say isolating just because that's like a synonym of being lonely. But yeah,
it is horrible. It is a horrible feeling. And if you think that people are living like that all day, every day, and so I assume you don't feel those feelings now.
No.
So there's people out there that are feeling it all day, every day.
Yeah, and I guess it's different because sometimes I like to be on my own, which is
yes.
It's
I think that's different though.
But equally, it definitely 100% is different. I have the option to see somebody, but it's when you feel like you haven't got that option to see somebody.
Yeah.
And I guess sometimes, like I said, it was probably in my head that nobody was there for me, but it's knowing who to reach out to, having the confidence to actually reach out, and stepping out isn't easy.
Yeah. Can you share an experience where you have felt maybe a bit lonely or isolated, but rather than people around you showing you you're not on your own, God's shown you that you're not on your own, that He's there for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint a specific place, but I think what's helped me in that is a few things. One is, it sounds like a plug, but the Abide worship stuff that I do on YouTube, just worship songs, playing worship songs in my home to share with people where they are. And I guess it's two reasons. One is because it's me reaching out to God and Him coming and meeting me where I am because of that lifting up of praises. And it's not always praises. Sometimes it's just reaching out to Him with sorrow and just talking to Him and having that connection. But also knowing that, or hoping that in doing that worship and putting it out there, people will also join me in that worship and share that heart for wanting to just reach out to God.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think one more thing is this Plexus put a thing out to do Bible 90, which is reading the whole Bible in 90 days, which I thought originally, I can't do that. Don't really read, but I've done it. I'm keeping up with it and just looking at the Bible in that quick glance from start to finish so far, the kind of stories that the Bible tells in that big space, like the same stories repeating over and over, and there's troubles that cultures and those communities in the Bible go through, and all making the same mistakes, and knowing you're not alone in that as well, and just how society keeps getting it wrong, maybe.
We do keep and never learn.
Yeah.
So
Did that answer your question?
yes, it did.
Right, good.
It did. So, I mean, as I said, it's highlighted to me how important faith and community is on our biological age. Now, I need to stress, I'm not banging on about this because I think we should all remain young. I'm just interested in how our lifestyle or how our experiences can have an impact on our biological system without us really knowing, and then what we can do to kind of protect our bodies and protect what makes us live day to day, kind of thing. Because I think there's a lot of pressure, isn't there, in society to look younger than you are and to be younger than you are. I mean, I think I could probably be classed as not being younger than I am, but being less mature than I should be. I don't
No,
always take things so seriously.
no, that I'm going to rephrase that for you. Less mature than society tells you, than the world says you should be. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Sam. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure, isn't there, to look to be younger. But I do think we need to claim the age we are, because there's nothing you can do about it. But I guess it's more about being the healthiest you can be
Yes,
for your
definitely.
age. And that's
Definitely.
healthy in terms of physical health, mental health, and also spiritual health.
Mhm.
It all combines. Actually, having said that, there's a little quote I found today. Don't know if it'll fit into this bit, but it says, your biological age is a meeting point between science, the soul, and our lived experience. So it's all those things mixed in, because it says about our lived experience can also, without us knowing, change our inflammatory markers. So then that would increase our age. So it talks a lot about trauma.
Yeah.
It can, if you hold that in your body, it has a biological impact.
And stress
And
is that one of them?
stress, absolutely is stress. And then, so it's like, okay, in terms of faith, how can we live, or what can we do to reduce those markers? Because like trauma, talking from someone who's got a few layers of the stuff, that's not something that you've kind of done to yourself. It's experiences that have happened to you. And so it's not a blame thing you do. It's more, okay, so that's present. What can we do in terms of faith to reduce those things? So if we were looking at reducing stress hormones, you talked about stress there, that there is scientific evidence to say that prayer and medication does play a part, but prayer and meditation can reduce stress hormones and then reduce inflammation.
Right.
It's a bit like you were saying about the worship. It's not necessarily just about, it's the act of it that can reduce those things too. It's not just about singing songs.
Yeah. It's the letting go in that point of those, like I said, those laments and those stresses, giving them away or venting them, I guess. And in that time of musical worship, through the music, your head goes into a different space of, I don't know, letting go and not thinking about those stresses, having a relaxing in that.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily it's as extreme as traumas and stresses. It can be like day-to-day worries, can't it? And there's got to be some kind of hormone release. There has to be when you worship. There's got to be something
100%.
that goes on in your brain. And also it prevents you from like ruminating and just thinking about those worries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listening to music, even if it's not worship, has that effect. And personally, I think worship then goes to another level of that, but includes that.
Then it talks about community and belonging, which we've referenced, so community and belonging they like buffer against loneliness and isolation. And so that again helps to reduce it is biological inflammation, which is impactful. It also talks about forgiveness, that can be a powerful releasing of chronic stress because you're not holding on to it, are you,
Yeah.
when you forgive? Um, I think also there's something in there about not just forgiving others, but receiving forgiveness for yourself as well.
And allowing yourself to be forgiven, or allowing yourself to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then faith gives you hope. It gives you meaning. So if you've got hope in your life, that is such a powerful thing for your mental health. I think one of them, for me personally, if I'm having a dip with my mental health, it's when I don't feel any hope, when I feel hopeless.
Mm.
It's such a powerful, I don't know what it would be, belief, hope. I don't know. It's not a feeling, I don't think. Hope's not a feeling. It's a trust, isn't it? And it's a faith.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's like an optimism.
Yeah. Perspective.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But if I don't have hope, that's quite scary. I don't know if have you ever had an experience where it's like, oh, there's no hope.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very good at the majority of the time, I'm very good at not doing that. Or
Okay.
I'm very good at having hope, I think.
Yeah.
Being optimistic.
I wonder if that's because you appreciate how important it is, and
I mean, I say that, and equally, that means when in those situations where I forget that or lose that, it hits you, I guess.
yeah.
I'm not saying that it hits me harder. No, I'm going to stop digging. But you know what I mean.
No, I know exactly what you mean. No, it is. Yeah, when you lose hope, it's awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a horrible, unsafe thing. I had a situation where a friend's mum, we knew she was, well, she was dying, and my friend isn't somebody who's got a faith. Well, I think she has, but she says she doesn't really have a faith. But she asked me to go and sit with her. She'd said it because you're a bit closer to God than I am. It just does make me laugh. I'm like, no, I'm not. Anyway, that's a different conversation altogether. But I wanted to spend time with her mum because I did really care about her. And they'd only just got the news that actually that it was coming to the end, and her mum didn't. She had a faith, but she didn't. She would say she was a private Christian. She kept it to herself, kind of thing. And when she first got the news, I saw her, and she looked really, really scared, really scared. And so obviously it was a lot to take in. And then I saw her the day before actually she died, and it was like being with a completely different person because she had another visitor came and she liked music, and this person had come up, had created a playlist for her, and amongst that playlist was some Christian music, and we were like kind of chatting. She was coming in and out of consciousness, but I managed to say to her, you look so peaceful, and she was pointing at the music, where the music was coming from. And at the point where we were talking, it was like an old hymn. I can't remember what hymn it was, but she was pointed to the music and she was smiling. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's got to be a link. And then one of the last things she says to me is, I've got hope. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And you could see it in her face. You could see it, even though she was coming to the end of her time on earth, she had hope. I mean, what a time to get hope.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if it was a specific piece of music that helped her. I do know that it was the music that was obviously helping her. But yes, so hoping me, and then it's back to like the worship side and having gratitude, because I think that just shifts when you're grateful. It can shift your nervous system from being really, really worried about the next thing. But if you're grateful for what is already in front of you, it can calm things down a bit, can't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's really why I wanted to talk about age.
Yeah, I think that story you shared, I think in a lot of situations where I'm just thinking about my grandparents when they were coming near the end of their lives, kind of held that same hope, and always makes it more, not sadder, but emotional. Or
Yeah. Poignant.
adds that gratitude to you as well, that they have that hope. And it's kind of, poignant that a lot of worries in life come from stresses in this human world. And when you get nearer the end, kind of you lose those worries in a sense, because if you have a faith that you'll be saved through the power of Jesus, and that knowledge that you'll be with him, joining the saints of the faith, it's powerful.
And it does put it into perspective, because you just think, I mean, ultimately we will all go in the end. So I wonder how much time we've wasted on those things. But it's influences from around the world that we live in now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the pressures of this world, and it's the anxieties of this world.
And I guess that's where that kind of what in Philippians, that don't be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus.
That's it in a nutshell.
It kind of puts that into perspective a little bit, because it's very hard to say to somebody who's anxious, "Oh, don't be anxious."
Yeah, it's the worst thing.
But like, there's a reason why you shouldn't be anxious, because why are you wasting your time on it?
Yeah.
When this life is short in comparison to what could be.
Yeah. I guess as well, we think of age as a number, but when we go to eternity, the number, it don't count for anything, does it? It's like,
yeah, exactly.
There's that. I used to quote verse from Amazing Grace. I'm not just saying that because that's my surname. That would be really poncy. But there's
you
that.
Are Amazing Grace.
That's really bad. But there's a verse in there that I used to quote in the show that says, "When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, that's awesome, isn't it? That's puts things into some kind of perspective.
Yeah. Gracie, have you got an inspirational track that was going to keep us on track?
I have, and it's a little bit left field.
All right, okay, I'm excited.
Because I listen to this as I'm actually running.
It's Taylor Swift again, isn't it?
It's not Taylor Swift, no. My brother would be proud to hear me say this. But
also, what are the chances of us talking about T'Pau on the last episode, and then you went to see T'Pau? What's going on?
I know. I didn't know that was going to happen.
That was quite impressive. If you've not seen the video on our social medias, go to Facebook and Instagram, Pulse Check-in.
Not until I got there and I realised she was on the billing.
Wow. Love that.
And she looks pretty much like her age, but that's good. But yes, I know. China in your hand. It was good. Anyway, yes. So keeping me on track as I am running and spending quite a lot of time running and trying to keep my head in the game is I am listening to Rejoice by, do you want to have a guess who it's by?
Rend Collective.
Nope. The answer is Def Leppard.
Oh, okay.
Yes, bit of Def Leppard.
Nice.
Keeping me on track.
Yeah.
And other people can listen to it because it's not, not dodge. It's good. What about you, Sam?
Oh, do you know what? This is going to show that I have a 2-year-old in the house.
Oh, yeah. Give us your algorithm.
This is my can't get out of my head song, is The Baby's Done a Poo by Nick Cope. He does children's songs with an acoustic guitar. It's quite funny.
Is he still going?
Yeah, must be. I've only just come across him, to be quite honest.
Wow. Wonder what his biological age is. Right. So that keeps you on track, does it?
Yeah, it keeps me on track. It goes through it's a bit slow. It's a bit slow until it gets to the punchline, which my daughter is like, "No, I don't want this song. I want The Baby's Done a Poo song." And then it gets to the chorus, and she's like, "Oh, it is that song." It's just a story of them going on a ride, and then the baby does a poo. I won't ruin it for you. Go listen to it. It's definitely worth it.
I don't know if it's the right phrase to use in this context, but that's quite moving to hear that. Okay, so, and what about your embarrassing?
I think that is my embarrassing.
I was going to say that, and surely that is.
Yeah.
So you've gone 2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1. What's your embarrassing?
Well, mine's less of a particular song, more of a genre that seems to have snuck in. Because, you know, I like to watch American football.
Yeah.
And so I watched the Super Bowl and the halftime show with Bad Bunny.
Oh, yes. I watched the halftime show. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
I keep listening to his stuff. I absolutely love his stuff.
Nice.
I pretend I know what he's singing, but it could be talking or singing quite offensive stuff, but he sings it so joyfully and it is amazing. So I really like that. I don't know if I should be embarrassed by that. I'm not sure. But what I am embarrassed about, the genre that's snuck in, a little bit of country and western is sneaking into my listening.
Dr. Joshua Jones would be proud of you.
And I'm not embarrassed by that.
There's been a wave. I think country music's definitely got a lot more popular recently.
Yes, I think that. Thank you, Sam. That's reassuring.
Yeah, you're all right.
Thanks for that.
So, next episode, we're at that time already. 3 clues to what is coming up in our next episode. I am quite excited for our next episode.
I am, partly because the clocks will have gone back, so it'd be nicer.
Oh.
But also the guest. I'm excited by the guest.
The guest. A big fan of this next guest.
Yes.
I won't tell you who he is, but I think a lot of you will also be big fans of this next guest.
Yes.
Because he's a great guy. It's not Dr. Jones this time, I will say sadly, but it is somebody who's on a similar level. So you're all dying to know the sound for next episode.
Yes.
So am I. Gracie, take it away.
Oh, I'm doing it, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's me going, and I'm doing it. Right. Okay, ready? Now, listeners, you do need to know I've got 2.5 years at theatre school, but it was mime. So this is really pushing my range. Ready?
That was amazing. Thank you. I know what the sound is. It takes me right there. The word now, I thought we'd make this a bit easier for you this time. So if you don't get this, I don't know what you're doing.
So Bob, listen very carefully, Bob.
Yes, Bob. The word is run. The act of running. We've had a few episodes about running, but this is slightly different. And the phrase,
you can do it.
You can do it.
If you B&Q it. Oh no, wrong one. I
was thinking about Napoleon Dynamite. Other hardware stores are available. So there you go. Write into us. We'd love to hear your comments or encouragements or anything you want to chat to us about. Small group. Do join us. Plexus at salvationarmy.org.uk. Find us on social medias or wherever you get your podcasts. And we talked a lot today about community. So if you feel lonely or looking for some sort of community, then we'd love to chat to you, basically. So do reach out to us. I'm projecting the confidence to reach out to us onto you all. So there you go.
Yes.
See you soon.
Bye.
Talking life while on the run. Sweat it out, yeah, have some fun. Heartbeats pumping, minds clear. Laughing loud, breaking through the fear. Check your pulse, take a beat. Side by side and in the heat. One heart, one mind, walking with him. Stay on track, pulse checking in.